guys, oh, I'm so excited about this video. I got a chance to interview that felt weird. I got a chance to talk to one of my best friends, my oldest friend. We've known each other for more than half my life. We went to high school together. I managed, though, to finally convince her to start reading The Wheel of Time. So she has read Eye of the World twice. She read it and then went back and read it again. Don't worry, I asked her about that right away because that was a super weird thing to do. But yeah, anyway, so we had the conversation over Zoom because I'm in Korea, she's in Canada, so I recorded it to share with you guys. And I do a heads up, though, she did want to be an avatar because she, knew it was going to be on YouTube, so we worked out a way for her to be an avatar. Her avatar is not quite as precise as mine, so that's just a heads up for when you're watching. But it was a super fun conversation. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I loved talking to her about this. And yeah, with that, spoiler warning. Only spoilers for Eye of the World, because that's all she's read. So if you've read Eye of the World, you are good to go. And with that, I guess, let's jump into it.
Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, babe.
So, you have read The Eye of the World. Have you finished your second read-through of The Eye of the World?
I have. I know, it's crazy. I haven't read any other books in the series. I've only read this one, but I've read it 2 times.
I am utterly shocked by that. There are 14 books and a prequel, and you went back and read Eye of the World twice.
Yes. My brother, who's a major fan, is also like, what are you doing with your time? There's like more to this story, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So, why?
Yeah, it's very comforting somehow.
It is, yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's a great place to be. And I think the second read through was actually really beneficial. Like, I felt like I was just grounded in the story better. I felt like I kind of knew the characters. And also there were a lot of things that I just understood so much more on the second reading. So I'm like, oh, right. He's planting the seeds like all along here. And you just have to, pick it up. So it was great. I really liked it. But I am ready to move on to the second book.
Okay. I am curious about this. What are things that you picked up on the second read?
Okay. So this is going to sound really stupid, but I was like, oh, Rand is obviously using the one power here. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is very obvious. Yeah. I'm like, oh, no.
Okay, you said that sounds stupid? No, it doesn't. Most people don't pick that up on their first read. And then when they do a reread, they're like, oh.
Yeah, that's what he was getting at. Yeah, for sure. I was super pissed off at Matt in the first read-through.
Of course.
And after the second read-through, I was like, actually, he kind of nurses Rand back to health when Rand is down. Mm-hmm. Even though he was still under the influence of the dagger, he just kind of got it together when it was needed. So I was like, okay, he's got some redeeming characters.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Okay, so who is your favorite?
Who I want to be my favorite is, and I'm going to mispronounce this horribly, Nynaeve?
That's fine. You are doing better than I did. I am sure. I'm pretty sure I was saying her name with 3 syllables until I listened to the audiobooks, which I don't even know how that's possible. But it's Nynaeve is her name.
What? Nynaeve?
Mm-hmm. Nynaeve.
Nynaeve? Like 9 Eves? Nynaeve.
Like 9 Eves. Yes, you're right. Oh, shit. No.
Nynaeve. I thought it was like Maeve. That's interesting.
Yeah, like an Irish name. That makes sense. Yeah. No, it's
a
Nynaeve.
lot of Irish. There's a lot of Irish influence in some of the namings.
Yeah.
It's like split between like Arabic and Irish. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So you want Nynaeve to be your favorite character, but okay. Why do you say it that way?
I just want more screen time for her, so to speak.
Okay.
I think she's awesome. Also, Moraine.
Yeah. Moraine.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Moraine? Because she, is a badass and can do it with one power and is like doing super cool things. So, and also like, Jordan goes like a long way to be like, you should be suspicious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's promising you things and whatever, but I'm like, I don't know. I just straight up trust her. That may not be a good idea.
I mean, there are people who don't like her. I am not one of them. So, but oh, I am so happy right now. Okay, so Nynaeve, Moraine, and then you said Matt redeemed himself.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all.
Okay. All
And I
right.
also thought like he wasn't very well developed, but I now think I can see why he has to be there
Mm-hmm.
and what he's serving, like what part of the plot he's serving at the moment. Who knows what his character arc is? I mean, besides you and loads of other people.
Yes, do not Google anything. There's a couple of websites I can point you to if you ever want to, but because the series has been out for so long, it's literally something that people
Yeah.
in the fandom have been talking about. There's a Google problem. Like if you literally type in characters' names, you will find out spoilers. It's the
No,
autofill.
I really don't want spoilers.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
You and me are
Oh,
similar in that way.
I'm hoping that Tom comes back in some form.
Okay. I
I'm
mean,
hoping that
Tom like attacked a Murdral and died.
he died, but at least 2 characters said that he probably didn't die.
Okay, okay, okay.
One of whom was that innkeeper.
Right. Basil Gill. Mhm.
And the other way, that is amazing. And the other one. Okay, so Jenny, they introduced a ton of innkeepers in this book. So,
Mhm.
I mean, lots of them by name. So
Yep.
that was impressive. Min, I hope that she returns in some form.
Okay.
She's obviously got some kind of like psychic gift or some kind of aura reading or something or other that's probably going to be useful.
Yeah.
Who I hope does not come back is Child Bayar, who can, I don't know, he can rot in hell.
No, he's a lovely character that we all enjoy and
Yes.
think should.
Yeah.
Yeah. The White Cloaks, just in general, I think
Oh
are
my God.
morally upstanding people.
Yes, they're great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm super looking forward to? I've just turned this into a random question.
Sure. Go ahead.
Is all the different, okay, and I'm probably going to get this wrong, the Ajas, the
Yeah,
different
that's right.
kind, of the Aes Sedai.
I hate you. You got that right. Aes Sedai. Yes,
Aes
Aes
Sedai.
Sedai. Oh, sorry. That's another one that I think I was saying with multiple syllables that were like extra syllables until the audiobooks.
Like Aes Sedai?
I think that's what I was doing. Yeah.
At least we're on the same page with Sedai.
Yeah. Yes. No, Aes Sedai. Yeah. Good.
Aes
So-
Sedai. Okay.
So you know about the Ajas? How many Ajas do you know about at this point?
Okay, so they clearly said that the red Ajas are the ones that gather men and, like, gentle them. They've said that several times.
Yeah.
Then there's the blue, which is Moraine.
Yes.
She tries to slip that pronunciation under the radar.
That's fine. Yeah.
And then they've talked about... they actually mentioned a few, but I can't remember if they said like brown, green, and... So brown, green, and blue, do those exist?
Yep. Brown, green, and blue all exist. Moraine is blue, as
And
you know.
white? Yeah.
White exists. Yeah.
And then black is like some kind of Section 31.
Yes.
Nerdery.
I love how dirty that was. Yes.
Black is evil, I guess.
Yeah, the evil Aja. Yeah.
So what have we got? Red, blue, green, brown, white, black. That's a lot of colors.
So red, blue, green, brown, white, black. The black is not an official Aja, just
Right.
so you know. So there's 2 that you don't know about. Okay.
And the Amerlin seat. Did I get that right?
Damn it! How are you so good at this? Yes.
I think that is fairly straightforward, at least in my own mind. So it's both a person and a place?
Yeah, like it's the title, it's the person's title, and then also their actual seat, like where they sit on.
Like the throne.
Yeah, kind of.
Sort of. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I think, I mean, I remember when you were describing this to me. I don't know if you remember. You told me about the whole Wheel of Time series as we were going on a walk around
Yep.
Stanley Park.
I do remember this. I do remember.
And I think I told you then, like, one of the sad things about Tolkien for me was that I thought that Mary was female.
Yeah. Yes.
I was so excited for a very short period of time the first time I ever read The Lord of the Rings. And I was like, oh, there's a girl.
Yeah.
And then it turned out there was no girl in the Fellowship of the Ring.
Nope. Nope, not at all. Not at all.
There's some great female characters, but they don't have nearly enough time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, so the concept of this at all is quite something.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that it must have been written in the late 80s and it was published in the early 90s, right? So,
yeah, I think Eye of the World came out 89. So.
Yeah, my brother's copy that I've been reading is from England.
Is it the same cover? Like, does it have like the...
It does, but it doesn't have the great type, like the arrangement of the text, the Eye of the World. It's just I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay.
It's pretty plain.
That is interesting. We will go over covers because I know that's a thing you know way more about.
We must go over covers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Lan here on this cover is just ludicrous.
He really is.
What is going on? Why are you like 3 times as large?
Why is Moraine on a pony?
Why is Moraine on a weird short-legged pony?
Yes.
And like, why is her who? I mean, this person put a lot of work into painting this.
Mm-hmm.
But not a lot of work into bodily proportions, you know? I'm like
yeah, Daryl Sweet, who's did most of the covers, does great at landscapes, great horses.
Yeah.
Such
great horses. People are not as tranquil.
No. Like, look at Rand behind. Tell me Rand doesn't look like somebody.
Rand looks like Nicolas Cage?
Yes! He totally looks like Nicolas Cage. You are ready to enter the fandom. You've got it all down.
That's awesome. He looks way too old to be Rand. Mm-hmm. And also, this kind of like Robin Hood capelet thing he's wearing is, I cannot with that. I'm like, what is that, dude? Yeah. It's that time in the illustration when everybody wore green and brown for some reason.
Yeah. Now they'd all be in grays and dirt. Like,
yeah, that's
Game of Thrones has turned everything into a gray filter.
Everything would be gritty, yeah. Too gritty, yeah.
Yeah.
The pendulum has swung too far.
Yes, I think so. So, okay, last question. Well, probably not the last question, but about is there anybody that you are suspicious of that you don't necessarily trust or...
Oh my God, that's now saying that I've obviously read this in way too naive a way.
It's just a question. It wasn't meant to imply anything.
There's a few dark friends that they encounter, which is a hilarious word, by the way. Second only to Gleeman. I'm like, Gleeman again.
I'm so used to dark friend now that I don't notice it until somebody points it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of odd. Okay. Have you picked up on the other word that I'm wondering what they're going to do with?
You mean like it's slightly incorrect now?
No, it's taint.
Oh. Use my face in this. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I like, when I'm reading the books or when I'm talking about them, I don't notice it. And then somebody will make a point and I'm like, oh yeah, are they going to say taint on the show?
They will have to say taint, I think.
Like, what else could they say? Corruption? Foulness?
There's nothing wrong with the word taint to mean its actual original meaning.
I suppose.
One thing about pronunciation, so Saidin and Saidar, or no?
I think it's Saidin and Saidar.
Saidin.
Mm-hmm.
Saidin. Okay.
Yeah.
Taint.
We are mature adults.
Absolutely.
Yes. When you first started it, I remember sending you a message and you said, oh, one of the things about these stories I hate is that we have to leave Hobbiton. Like you... Oh, yeah. You know, you enjoy that feeling of being in the Shire, basically. like you're still in the beginning of the story, so perhaps the
In a
shades of
sense, I'm
gray.
still in the Shire.
You're not in the Shire anymore, but you're still in like the beginning of the story. So some of the shades of gray maybe not as apparent, but is there like is there anybody that you're suspicious of or not? Like if it's not, that's fine. It's just a question. I just know some
Mm.
people have had questions about, I don't know, like there are people who are suspicious of Moraine from the beginning.
Oh, I fully trusted her from the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, she's super cool. And even though she obviously never reveals everything that's going on, it's because
Hmm.
they're like a group of, I don't know, 15 to 19-year-olds. I have no idea exactly how old they are. But
Yeah.
like they're kids basically, right? So it's not even that there's like an unreliable narrator. She just can't really reveal all of the things that are going on because it's way beyond their ken kind of thing, right? So
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. But everybody else, exactly, I'm like, you're either a child buyer or you're like a lamb.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I think she did a really good job of building up to, from like the tininess of Emansfield?
Emmonsfield?
Emansfield?
Hmm.
um, up through, like, just in terms of, like, broadening their worldview.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, she did a really good job of, everything just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes. She?
Oh, sorry, Robert Jordan.
I mean, it's fine. But I
You're
just
like,
it's like
well, gender is a construct.
it is. It is.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
The other question I wanted to ask you specifically, because there are ways in which you and I are very similar. We are very both nerdy people. We hate
Mhm,
spoilers. We have known each other
mhm.
for a very long time. You are an artist. You are visual. I told you this before. It's a little embarrassing now. I did not notice that the chapter icons at the beginning of the chapters
Oh, yeah.
were different from each other
Oh, no.
until way too late. Like they were just a thing at the top of the page, a picture, and I just went to the words.
But,
Did you notice them? And if you did, like, did they give you information? Were you like using them to guide you at all?
yeah, of
Yeah,
course, yeah. Of course, Jenny.
of course.
I can't believe that you didn't notice them on your first read through.
Or my second or third or fourth. Like it just.
Jenny, there's a giant skull with like huge two horns coming out of it, a trident, and then like a mailed fist. Like, does that not give you any information at all?
It would have if I looked at it, but like this is I
I'm
have
like,
problems reading graphic novels because I will like
oh,
my brain will just go to the words and I'll get to the bottom of the page and be like, what the hell happened? And be like, oh, half of the story's in the pictures. I have to look at the pictures.
oh,
Like
Jenny,
it's
that's
just
amazing. Okay, so there's like a staff.
right.
I think that indicates the Aes Sedai. I feel like it indicates a chapter where, okay, I'm going to say this wrong too. Egwene?
Ah, yeah. Okay, that's a hard one. I still sometimes have trouble with her name. It's Egwene, and the only reason I can feel fairly confident in that one is I'm pretty sure her name is supposed to sound like Guinevere, because it's Egwene Alvere.
Oh, oh, smart.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Okay, so you think the staff is I have no answers for you on this one. If there's a Trolloc, I can guess there's a Trolloc, but I
Yes.
I have no answers for you on this. So like when
Anyway,
you were
I think
reading, you saw the
yeah,
icon and you were like, was it telling you what was in the chapter or were you
I
just
feel like the staff is certainly saying something about Nynaeve
okay.
or Egwene or Moraine, perhaps.
Okay.
I guess that the fact that it rhymes with Moraine might help.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That would help. Yes.
But yeah, I think that's something to do with Aes Sedai.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. The audiobooks have helped. I have told you, like, I'm in love with the audiobooks. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I know Rosamund Pike is releasing, like, she's going to do an a audiobook for Eye of the World. I don't know if she's going to do the whole
Oh,
book or the whole
wow.
series. And I'm sure it will be great. It'll be interesting. I'm going to listen to it. But I like Michael Kramer and Kate Redding, who did they did it in tandem. So anything from a male point of view, he reads, and anything from a female point of view, she reads, and it is really good. They're
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
So
Yeah, that's so cool.
mhm.
That's good.
Uh,
I feel like that's what I wanted to say before. Like the balance between men and women's points of view is pretty cool.
yeah, and I mean, again, you've only read Eye of the World. Eye of the World is almost exclusively from Rand's point of view. So
That's true. Very
you,
occasionally, the point of view gets changed.
yeah,
And sometimes it gets put in Nynaeve's head, which is
hmm
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah.
Never Moraine, I think.
I think she's the
Oh yeah,
last
once.
chapter. The last
She's
chapter.
the last chapter, and she's like, "Oh, I have this special ability to eavesdrop from far away.
Yes, yes.
Maybe I should trust her less."
Ooh, interesting. I had asked you if you could try and cast the characters in your mind, and I saw you sent me an image. You made a document, so I'm curious to see who you cast in your mind while you were reading it.
Okay, I feel like my
Ooh.
casting for Perrin is even more on point now. Because I feel like in
Ah,
this photo, he looks like a wolf, essentially.
yeah, okay, that's very good. That's a young Jason Momoa. I have trouble
I
putting that on a
know.
Jason Momoa face. Like, my
I
goodness.
know. Yeah, he's super hot. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, he describes him as being built several times
hmm
throughout the book. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Then I want Dev Patel to be Matt.
That is such a good casting. Like that's the one I remember from
Yeah.
like when I saw this. I was like, that is so good. He's a little old, but
Yeah.
like,
Well, it's in my mind. See, I've got Rand as Ewan McGregor, and I think
mhm.
obviously now Ewan McGregor is like 50 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
That's not going to work. But a young Ewan McGregor,
yeah,
yeah, they all have to be EGWENE.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah, I just
yes.
think, and so EGWENE, all of the ladies are basically described as beautiful throughout. I don't think there's anybody where, except for Min, who's got short hair,
hmm
I think even they say she's pretty as well. Like, everybody's
Yeah.
pretty.
I think that one of the phrases people have used is the unreasonably attractive cast. Yeah,
Oh,
that gets used in the fandom. But this is amazing. That Dev Patel as Matt is such perfect casting. I can't even. It's so good. And that
yeah.
I don't know Gemma Chan very well, but looking at
Oh,
this,
no.
she looks like that shot looks like Moraine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of inscrutable.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I mean, also, she's super beautiful, and she was also described as super beautiful in the
Yes.
book.
That is very, very true.
She's beautiful, but she's kind of stately as well.
hmm
And, like, she's obviously got a lot of dignity and whatever, and ability and power, so she has to be something that kind of commands that, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. Idris Elba as Lan.
Yeah.
There are so many things he gets cast as, like in fan casting. That is a good casting for him, though. Yes,
Because he
absolutely.
does, yeah, like, he'd be the next Bond. I think it's because he does a very good frowny face. Like, he can be very grouchy.
Yes, a good frowny face. That is true. Like the stone face. Oh, yeah, that's
Yes.
good.
I feel like Lan is just kind of pissed off throughout a lot of the story. I mean, and then, so I also like the romance with Nynaeve.
hmm
I think is, again, so to Lan, I feel like Lan is like 42 or something in the book.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. And I feel like Nynaeve is like 23 or 24.
I think she's like 26, I think, is the official
Okay.
age. But yeah,
So she's older. Yeah, she's weirdly young for wisdom, but she's older than the kids.
older than the kids, yeah. So
How old is Rand in the book?
I think
Like
19,
18?
18 or 19. Yeah, I think yeah, 18 or 19. So yeah, they're young. And Egwene, I think, is 16 in the books.
Yeah, she's younger than him. Yeah.
hmm So
Yeah.
there is a bit of an age gap there. They have like aged everyone up a little bit, except Lan, I think. Although no, you know who's playing Lan, right?
I've seen his face. I don't know.
Okay.
Is he a well-known guy, or is he?
He's very famous in Korea, so I have no idea.
Oh.
Like he's Korean. He's a Korean. Well, he's Korean American. He either is younger than Lan in the books, or he just looks really, really good. He's either younger or he has amazing skin. I've never looked up his age, to be honest.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
So
amazing.
yes.
Yeah, Lan has a seriously dramatic backstory. I'm like, whoa,
Mhm.
dude.
Indeed. What did you think of that romance, by the way? Did you catch it at all on your first read through?
Yes. Oh, yes, for
Oh,
sure.
on your first read through. I didn't catch it at all on my first read through. That's amazing. I definitely picked it up on the second, of course.
Oh, which part did you not get? That's so interesting.
Well, like at the end, like when when he gives that speech where he's like, I will hate the man you choose because he is not me. I caught it at that point, but none of the build up. I didn't catch any of the build up to it. And then
I think it's because they kept, being like, oh, yeah, he respects that she's such a good tracker or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
But he could have been a bit more
effusive.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's cool because it's mostly from Rand's perspective, and I doubt Rand would be like,
yes.
I wonder what's happening between the wisdom and the warder. Like that's just
totally
not gonna be what he's doing there. So okay. All right, your casting for Nynaeve is almost like that. She kind of looks like the actress who's playing Nynaeve, to be honest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, she's from Game of Thrones, right?
Right. I was wondering where I knew her face from. Okay.
Yeah, I again casted her because she's super beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I can kind of see her throwing herself at Idris Elba.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? Tom could have been a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some fan art of him, and I was like, oh yeah, they made him like hotter somehow
in fan art
than what I think he. But so he's described as in his prime. He was, a love interest of Queen Morgase, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
mm-hmm.
he must have been decently attractive at some point.
Yes.
But now they keep describing him as a white-haired gleeman, so I'm
with mustaches, plural.
Yeah, with mustaches. Yeah. So I feel like he could be Ian McKellen, or he could be Tom Hiddleston, or
yeah.
And then I just chose Elaine because she's got red hair.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. You don't know Elaine very well yet at all, so.
I know she's haughty and she's she's a good healer, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She wants to be, yeah.
And she likes having things her way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know who I super don't trust? Her, stepbrother or half-brother or whatever.
Galad, okay.
Galad, who, goes and tattles on them immediately.
Right, right.
Dude.
Right, that makes sense.
And also he's described as being, too beautiful to be a man or masculine or something. And I'm like, oh, no. And then Gawain?
Mm-hmm. Gawain, yeah.
I think Dominic Cooper can do a good job of that.
I think so, too, yeah.
And Elida?
Perfect, yes. I think this casting also is fire. She kind of looks like she gives good Elida face, in my opinion.
I don't know. I feel like Elida is probably slightly evil. Hmm? I can't tell.
Okay. So you're a little
there you go. I'm answering your
Elida.
Questions. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little suspicious of Elida and Galad.
Okay, Elida and Galad.
Elida is definitely, she's kind of said a true prophecy sort of thing, but I feel like she's, I don't know. Anyway, there's something untrustworthy about her.
Okay.
But yeah, Cynthia Erivo is amazing, so
yeah,
I think she would do a good job. There is my fantasy cast.
That is a very good fantasy cast. Laura interviewed PowerPoint, as you can see. So
that's
Moraine,
amazing.
Yes, Moraine is the one that you know. It's Rosamund Pike. This actor, his name is Yasha Stradowski.
Woohoo!
Yeah, he is an attractive young man.
His cheekbones. Wow.
Yes, right? His cheekbones could cut glass. It's the guy who played Bolton on Game of Thrones.
Right, yeah.
Michael Mickelhatton?
Yes, sounds right.
That sounds right to me. So yeah, it's interesting to me because Bolton, not a good guy. Tam, a good guy. So this is going to take a mental shift for me when I see the show.
Matt CAUTHON?
Yes, CAUTHON. Perfect. So he is being played by an actor named Barney Harris.
It looks very clean cut.
Yes, except in some of the cast, in some of the official photos, he looks like a vagabond. Matt has been recast for season 2.
Oh no!
So I'm just gonna. The new Matt CAUTHON is
Whoa.
this gentleman here, Donald Flynn, who is Irish.
The Witcher.
Yeah, he was in The Witcher. He had a scene in The Witcher.
He looks more Matt-like, yeah.
To me, he does. He looks younger, a little more innocent. I think he is younger, so that might be why he looks younger. So, but yeah, he has a very like matte. His mouth looks very mattish to me. Something about his mouth. And then Perrin Ibarra. I shouldn't have told. I was going to ask you how to say his last name.
I've never said Ibarra. Abara.
Yeah.
I say Ibarra.
Ibarra, yes. And then this is him.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, he is. Wayne Alvere.
Oh, wow. She's pretty.
Yes, very pretty.
Nynaeve. Almira.
Ooh, very close. Almira.
Almira.
Yeah, Nynaeve Almira is being played by Zoe Robbins. You haven't been able to watch a lot of my videos. I will send you a video where I talked about her casting, because I literally almost cried when I saw her, because I'm going to just put this out there. She is my favorite character. And she, like, I'm even talking about it to you now, like, I'm starting to get choked up. Like, it's never happened to me before that I've been like, this is my favorite character. And then she was a Black woman. And my hair, you've seen my hair in this style. My hair was in this style when this photo came out. And I was like, it had never occurred to me. I had assumed that they were all going to be white, because that's what fantasy looks like. So when I saw it, I was just like, oh, it just hit me in a way that I had not anticipated. And yeah,
that's awesome. That's
I'm
amazing.
really excited. I love that you at least want her to be your favorite character. That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
Yeah, like the Aes Sedai training of maybe Nynaeve, probably EGWENE is something I'm totally looking forward to. I hope that happens. Lan. Okay, Lan. Lan. Mandragoran.
Ooh, that's very good. Mandragoran is what I've heard. I have heard people say Mandragoran. I prefer Mandragoran just because it sounds a little bit more like dragon, but that's that's just me. And he is Daniel Henney.
Oh yeah, he's super hot.
He is very, very attractive. I had trouble imagining him as Lan just because of how beautiful he is. Like, he's just so pretty.
No, I think Lan's supposed to be pretty.
Ah, really? I never thought of him as pretty in the books. I always thought of him as like rugged and
grizzled. Grizzled.
He's definitely like Daniel Henney does not look grizzled at all.
It's
but
hard
he
to take like a Viggo Mortensen kind of look, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, Viggo Mortensen is pretty hot, so.
It's true. That's true. He is. But in the clips, he does it very well. Like, he pulls off a Lan very well, I think. Despite how beautiful he is.
Oh my god. Again, the cheekbones. Like, look at that facial structure.
Yes.
Logain has a surname?
Logain Alblar. Yeah, that's perfect. Logain
okay, is it Logain? Is it Logain?
This is him.
Okay.
Have you seen Money Heist?
No.
Okay. He was in Money Heist.
Oh god. Okay, so everything about this I'm going to get wrong. But I think this must be like Loyal.
Yes! No? You're absolutely right. That is his name.
Like Loyal with a Y, except with an I.
Yeah, that's exactly who he is. But this is the actor who is playing him.
Cool.
Yes. And I put here, like, he's been in Black Mirror Breeders and apparently a lot of live theater, which makes me really happy because I think live theater enunciation sounds like Loyal to me. You know?
Okay, but his like species is an Ogier?
Yes, good. Ogier.
Because a lot of times in my head I was like Ogier, or even better, Ogier. Min.
Very easy name, Min. She is being played by Kay Alexander, who was in Game of Thrones and Bad Education, which I have not seen. I've seen Game of Thrones, but not this one. But this is PADAN FAIN. He's got good PADAN FAIN eyes, I think.
Yeah.
This is the actor playing Tom.
Oh.
I believe the phrase that was going around was, "Oh, Tom fucks."
That's hilarious.
When people saw him. So, this is another character that's been cast. I actually don't think you've met this character yet. You just know that they exist. Can you try their name?
Oh my god. Man. Hmm. Saiwan.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said too.
See you in? Oh, Lord.
It's so easy and it's so frustrating when you get it. It's Swan.
Really? Oh, haha. Swan.
Yeah. Swan.
Sanche?
Yep.
Sanche.
Swan Sanche. And this is her.
Okay.
Trying to think. She's going to be in the first season. We've seen her already. She is playing the Amerlin seat. Swan Sanche is the Amerlin seat.
Oh, okay.
So.
Tarvalin.
Mm-hmm.
Tarvalin.
Okay. Tarvalin is how I say it. I think on the show they're going to be saying Tarvalon, which I think is actually a better pronunciation than how I say it, because it sounds like Avalon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Dunno. Myrddraal.
Yes. Myrddraal. Very good. You are good at pronunciations. My goodness.
This looks like a Welsh word with its double D's. I think, and it also sounds like murderer, so that's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I didn't actually pick up on that. That's good. Yeah, that's smart.
Rather than like Myrddraal. Okay, Myrddraal.
I've heard somebody say Myrddraal. It drives me crazy. Somebody I love dearly says Myrddraal. So this is the cover for Eye of the World.
I like that you got the cover art. So that's, oh my god. Yeah.
It's
just so wrong.
No, yeah, like Lan is not really described as having two swords and a big massive helmet, and
he's got this crate, like wouldn't that not attract so much attention to yourself?
It would. It would.
It's kind of like sort of a samurai helmet, but also
I
don't know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. And actually, before we continue, I do want to just mention the reason I wanted to go over covers with you, because I actually have videos on my channel where I like rank covers of the books, just to let people know you have designed book covers as like your job.
Yeah, absolutely. I have illustrated as my job. Yeah.
Yes. So. This is an area of expertise for you.
This is some overlap. Yeah. I love the moon with its clouds. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the Drakkar.
Yeah. There he is, yeah. This is like, I have a sentimental attachment to this cover because it's the cover that I first read. So I love it and hate it at the same time. Like, it's just...
What is her horse's name? Aldib or Aldieb or something like that?
Aldib, yeah.
Aldib. And what's his horse's name?
Mandarb.
Mandarb, right.
This would be Cloud. And then if that's Egwene, that's Bella. I think...
Oh, Bella. Yeah, Bella's an important character.
I'm so glad you think so. Even in book one. Oh, that makes me so happy. Even in book one, you're picking up on the importance of Bella. Excellent.
Bella made quite a journey for, an unexpected journey.
Indeed. But yeah, like his landscapes are amazing.
Yeah.
The people are like the
foreground is great.
Yeah. Just why is she so wee?
Everything about, like, even her leg length is weird. She's like miniature. Yeah, she's miniature.
Yeah.
And she's in the foreground, so she should be bigger.
The perspective is off, right? Like, it's
Is it Aldib?
Aldib, yeah.
Aldib's like stepping out there.
It's like dressage. Aldib is doing dressage.
It looks painfully stiff. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but the horses themselves are good. Like, he's really good at horses.
I know. Yeah.
Really good at, like, those trees are really cool. It's just the people.
Damn, I'm gonna Photoshop this different. So, do you have other covers?
Yes.
Like,
oh, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Like in this presentation?
Yes, in this presentation.
Oh, awesome.
This is the ebook covers, which now you can buy as physical covers. So, do you know what this scene is?
This is Rand on, like, at the top of the mast of, what's it called? The ship that rescues them from the Trollocs and basically takes them to Lightbridge. Yes,
exactly. Yeah, Bail Domon's ship. I forget the name of it too. That's right.
Yeah, the spray or something. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, the spray.
Anyway, so Rand obviously has like a weird episode in the top there. Like he goes kind of like, I don't know what that's all about, to tell you the truth. Like, I feel like that's not a time when he's touching the one power, but he could be.
Well, the way Maureen explains the symptoms is that you touch the power and then at least at the beginning, a couple of days later or
Oh,
like a week later, you kind of
right.
have an episode. So he had that first
Yeah.
episode with the white cloaks and then this
Right.
where
Yes,
you
the
just
white cloaks. I remember that too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But his like swashbuckling white shirt is hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Can you imagine actually wearing that shirt in this journey?
No. At one point, they split
Oh.
the Eye of the World into two halves to try and like tap into a
Oh.
YA market. So this is the first half called From the Two Rivers, and this is the full
Yes.
cover.
Oh
So this I
wow.
think is supposed to be Shadar Logoth, and
Yeah.
this is a YA cover, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah. It's still like of its time, if it's of
Mhm.
its time,
Very
or
much
if
so.
it's like trying to imitate the time. Because yeah, everything about it is just slightly,
Like even the typeface I find like a
slightly
little,
cheesy.
yeah, a little bit. But I do like the take on Shadar Logoth, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cool, like the ruins and stuff there are kind of
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. And
Cool.
then,
Okay.
yeah, the second half. Oh, wait, no, this is another version of the first half. This is a very rare cover. You can't, like, it's very hard to find this one. But this to me looks like those old Narnia covers.
That's hilarious.
Like,
Oh my god. Oh, it's Charles Viss.
yeah, yeah. How are you seeing who it is? Oh,
Because it's right there.
it's right there on the cover. Yes.
On the cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I like he's done one of Stardust. Neil Gaiman's Stardust.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But he always does a kind of a very similar.
It's very stylized, like really, really stylized. It's an interesting cover, but this doesn't like. I'm sorry, they don't wear. They're not wearing tights.
Tights and the turned over boots. Oh my god.
Yes, it's just very stylized. So okay.
I feel like this is the first time I've seen anybody illustrate a Trolloc though, which is cool.
Ah, okay. Yes, okay. That is interesting. I'm trying to think if there's any others that have Trollocs on the cover. His name is massive. Like it's.
Yeah, they're like, what book is this? Who knows?
I don't know, but Robert
But it's
Jordan wrote
by
it.
Robert Jordan.
Yes.
Read it.
Second half, To the Blight.
Oh wow.
With a lot happening here. You can, you know what scene
Is
this
that
is.
Bella?
Yeah, pretty sure that's Bella looking absolutely terrified.
Oh, poor
Bella's
Bella. Wow,
eyes.
yeah, yeah. Look at Moraine.
Yeah, kicking ass over here. Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I have like to me, I look at this and I go, okay, I can see this as a YA book. Is there like a difference when you're like for age groups in how you're when you're designing a cover, or have you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So hard to tell because to me it looks so dated that it's not the kind of thing they would do for a YA cover now.
Right.
YA covers now are all about photos, but they might do. Yeah, you know what? They might do an illustrated cover, but it'd have to be kind of cooler.
Yeah, this has no cool factor anymore.
It has zero coolness, except maybe Moraine. They should have got rid of everybody else and just
Just Moraine. Yeah, I like this cover because I know what it is. Like I think it's I think it's actually a really good illustration of a scene. Maybe it's not a good cover. These are the new covers that are out. So like as you can see, they have the Prime Video sticker on them. I kind of hate this one because
Yes.
like
it's got nothing.
There's like what is that? It's a field.
It's like a verdant. Yeah, that's totally wrong.
Yeah.
It should be barren because they're talking about how spring has not come at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not good. The only thing that's good, I like the symbol.
Yeah, I like the type, like the way the title is. I think that's cool.
That's cool. And the kind of high passes of the mountains is cool, but yeah. So is that Moraine? Yes,
the other one is Moraine. Can you guess what this is? It's very different from what it's supposed to be in the books.
Oh. Is it the Waygate?
Yep. This is what at least one of the Waygates is going to look like. It's in the trailer, and we've seen like them refer to it as a Waygate in press releases and stuff. So, yeah, that's Moraine in a Waygate.
I haven't seen that, but I think it's bad.
You think it's bad? Okay.
I think part of the Waygate is that it should be like incredibly organic in a way. Right?
Mm.
And it seems very structural. At least it's very atmospheric.
Yeah. I prefer this cover, like the Waygate cover, to the field cover. I would want this sticker to be removed. Like,
I know, that's stupid. Yeah.
it's like, yeah. But I know why it's there. You know, I won't buy it. If I'm gonna buy it, I would buy a different cover. Go international. Just wanted to show you some crazy international ones.
Hungarian.
This is Hungarian. This is the best images I can find of them. They are insane.
They're running away. That's amazing. Look at that blue boots.
Yep.
Is that mine? Oh my god, that's amazing.
It's insane. I don't
Is
know
that Trolloc like half bald? What's up with that?
I'm pretty sure this is just generic art slapped on the cover, but it's
that is well, no. I mean, she's very clearly in
blue.
She's clearly blue. She's clearly wielding some power. She's clearly, it looks like the Green Man or whatever.
Is that? Oh God, is that the Green Man? The Green Man is bald.
No, that's Agenor. Or
oh, that's Agenor. Okay.
I've just made that up.
Sure. You're making it work. Excellent. These are newer Hungarian versions. Much better. That is a Trolloc. Yeah.
Yes. That's very cool. That's heavily armored.
Yes.
I feel like when Rand kind of like defeats one in his own farmhouse, I'm like, I don't think he would have defeated this guy. That guy is like 7 feet of death.
Yeah. Yes, indeed he is. It's another Hungarian, and this is part 2.
The Green Man.
The Green Man. I think this one's amazing, except for the face. The face scares me.
His face is super creepy, but like his eyes are hazelnuts, Jenny. Like, oh no, are they hazelnuts?
I think so.
Are they acorns?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
No, I think they're hazelnuts. Something is an acorn now. But they've got it right. Like the butterflies.
Yeah. This is an Italian cover.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Look at Tom.
Yeah, there he is with his mustaches. Who do you think this is?
I think that's Min.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Min. And I'm guessing this is like Barillon maybe in the background. I don't know.
I guess so. What a weird thing to do to make her the main character on the front.
This is the newest edition of the Italian covers. I didn't put all the old ones because some of them are horrible. But I think what they've done is just try to make sure that every character gets to be on a cover. So, like, if you look at the whole series, you get to see them all. Because it is a bit odd that she's on this book. But then there are other later covers where there's a character, like, there's one I'm specifically thinking of where I'm like, why is this character on this cover? I think it was just like, oh, she hasn't been on a cover yet. Let's put her on this cover. So, yeah. So what do you think of this one? I mean, you said awesome. Look at Tom, and like it's kind of photo-esque, but obviously an illustration.
It's an illustration, but they may have colored over a photo. Yeah, I like it, but it doesn't make any sense. I wish there was more of them.
Yeah,
but it's cool.
Yeah. Okay, and then this is Swedish covers.
Oh my god, it's like Swedish heavy metal covers.
This one baffles me because this one looks like the English cover just from the other angle.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh wow.
Like crazy. So, and as you can see, there's 2. Most foreign languages divided the book in half.
Is that Lan with an axe? That has to be Perrin, but no, it's Lan.
It's definitely supposed to be Lan. This one feels like it's custom made, again, because it looks like the Eye of the World cover, just from another angle. I'm pretty sure, like, I can't remember. It's been a while since I did my Eye of the World cover video, but for some of them, I did, like, reverse image search, and you can find this cover on other books.
It's just generic fantasy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it might be that. So Japan divided it into 5 books. So,
that is a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God. And they're apparently illustrated on the inside, and I want them. I want them so much. So, Rand, and then there's Moraine and Lan. And I love the coloring of this one. My take on this, because he kind of blends into the background, which kind of is like
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I'm not a fan
That's
of the
Perrin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is Matt because of the dagger.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then Rand.
Back to Rand.
Yeah. So which one of these is your favorite one?
Wow, these are awesome. I kind of like the last one.
It's the most dramatic, I think.
It's very dramatic. Oh my god, that face of the Balzamon,
Balzamon.
evil guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazingly rendered. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that middle one too. That's beautiful. It's very kind of Art Nouveau sort of swirls of natural world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
These are the French covers.
Whoa. Oh my god, it's Dune.
Yeah. Okay, so the first two, these are very, very clearly, like, I found these covers on multiple other books. Like, not even just one. Like, multiple. This is just art slammed onto, like, I think they literally were like, redhead. That was what they did for... Yes. It has become a running theme on them that there's always nudity on at least one of the French covers.
French covers?
Yes. And then this is a newer version, which I find like this is supposed to be a Trolloc. It's just huge.
I think it must. It is ginormous. You're right. Holy crap. Okay. I like the last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last one looks kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. And EGWENE? Moraine.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But her hair is braided. Like both of these have braided hair, so no idea.
Huh? Okay.
But yeah, and then I think the next one is my last one because these two are French. Yes. These are the newest French covers and I love them. These are my favorite covers. I love them so much.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And if you find these in high res, you can zoom in and the detail is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the herons on the hilt. They're so cool. The fractured seal to the Dark One's prison. It's just so cool. I love these covers. Okay, then let me ask you, I should have asked you this. What was your favorite part of the books? Or the book?
Well, you know how I like an inn, Jenny.
I do know how you like an inn, yes. A pub, an inn.
A pub, a tavern, a watering hole. I think such a good question because in my first read through, I thought I didn't like when they got separated. I'm like, this is horrible.
Right.
But then on later reflection, I'm like, okay, obviously there's loads of reasons why this has to happen, and it turned out to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like he went through every possible thing. He went through cities, he went through towns, he went through farms, he went through the road trip traveling buddy movie.
Yes.
He went through the pirate movie.
Yep.
Like he did it all. And there was like a pratfall where suddenly Rand's in the garden of the princess.
Indeed, yes.
So a lot was going on there. But, yeah, I think when they're all reunited, I liked the travelers section.
Okay.
That was cool.
Like after Camelin, when they were traveling together?
No, the people of the... what's it?
The traveling people. Okay.
The traveling people.
Yeah, the Athan Mier. No, that's not the wrong people. The Tuathan.
The Tuathan, yeah.
Yes.
That's them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe the ways is my favorite part.
Okay. The ways. Interesting. Trying to think what I know what my favorite part is, but it's just, I love Nynaeve, so my favorite part is anything Nynaeve does. So have you picked up The Great Hunt?
I have not. I have brought it with me. It is here.
Okay.
So I am ready to start the second book.
Yes.
In the Wheel of Time. Ben's like, at this rate, you'll be done in approximately 30 years.
Yes, if you go back and reread every book while you're reading it. It's not necessarily the strategy for finishing the series.
No, not a great strategy. Mm-hmm. I am so interested, like, when you see the TV series, I think I'm going to need you to, like, get back to me. I'm like, does the first episode have references to stuff that's not in the first book?
Right.
Because if so, I'm gonna consider my spoilers.
I think you'd be safe from spoilers because I think from what I'm seeing from the promotional materials, and again, big trailer coming out tomorrow, so maybe there'll be other stuff. But I think the big mystery that they're setting up is who is the Dragon Reborn, and you know that, so
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I think you'd be safe from spoilers, but I will let you know. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the false dragon as well. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. That is kind of cool.
I have one last question.
Of course.
Is there a better map somewhere?
Ooh, okay. Yes, I can send you some really good maps that actually a friend of mine made. Also, if you go on, although the map is different, but on Amazon Prime now there is an interactive map, but they've moved some stuff around.
Oh.
So.
Oh, cool though.
Yeah. So I guess just because, they were probably trying to make the traveling part maybe not as convoluted, so maybe they just made things more of a straight line. I don't know. I'm not good with maps, so I just was like, cool map, and everybody else was like, it's different. I was like, oh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept wishing the map would fold out or the map would be bigger.
Right.
Yeah. He must have drawn it himself.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's not a professional map.
Yeah. Have you done any mapping for any books that you've illustrated for?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So what I want to ask questions, but that's a whole other thing. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions that I have for you for this, but thank you so much for doing this interview. It's so nice to talk to you, and
thank you.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'm sure you will enjoy book 2. Actually, given some stuff you said, I would bet all my income on the fact that you will enjoy it. So, yes, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that. And yeah,
I will only read it once.
Okay, you don't have to. You can read it twice if you want to. I would just suggest reading it twice later. Yes. There's a lot of books in this series. So that's it. That's a conversation that I had with one of my oldest friends who's just beginning her journey through the Wheel of Time. It was so fun. I was so excited to talk to her about this. There's actually a lot more like this. I think we talked for like 90 minutes. I'm going to post the full interview for my patrons. So, minus some private stuff that I removed, but whatever. I'll post the full thing for my patrons. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can always check out my Patreon. It will be linked in the description below. And yeah, with that, I will end this here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.